How did you feel about starting high school?
I was pretty excited.
Very nervous due to the fact that I was entering a whole new world that I'd known nothing about previously.
I came into high school not knowing anyone else. And I remember when I met some of the guys from my academy, and I really started to get to know them, and I realized that this is a place where I knew I would be able to fit in.
How did you feel on the first day of school as a freshman?
Well, I felt kind of, first of all, lost and disoriented because it's really hard to find classrooms around here when you don't know how it works.
I was a little nervous because I didn't know anything about high school really.
Kind of confused. Like, I got to know a couple people through the various meeting people days, so I was fine there, but like it was a little bit much originally.
I remember being very lost because I'd been to North before as tours and stuff in middle school. Like,
I was also pretty excited because I was starting something new and exciting, so.
I was also pretty excited for like all the new classes and stuff, all the opportunities, the different electives and stuff.
First day, it was a little crazy, but it was pretty great.
Explain a time where you had the most fun during high school.
Freshman, sophomore year, I would play poker during lunch, and we had this whole thing where we had this big can of pennies and we'd divvy them out. We would bet. It wasn't really betting because that's not allowed, but it was fun.
First, I had a lot of fun doing sports. Doing sports and stuff was a pretty fun part of high school. You got to talk to people, see different people and all that.
My sophomore year in marching band, we went to our final competition and I just like had a really good time. It was really fun being around all these people who like had similar interests working towards something.
Sophomore year in the PLTW Academy, there was this lab in the back with a bunch of tools, a whole bunch of stuff. And this guy, a good friend of mine, we were just messing around. We'd put one drill and connected a piece of wood and put the other drill in reverse and tried to make a lathe to turn a piece of wood. Didn't work, didn't even get close to working. Just the opportunity to just go and try things and see what happens, it was wonderful. And we tried a whole bunch of things in the back with the 3D printer, the laser cutters, just trying stuff and seeing what happens, and it was wonderful.
What part of high school did you enjoy the most?
Probably the sports, to be honest with you, probably the sports.
Just generally being part of the marching band. It's an activity that I've been for all 4 years. It was something I really enjoyed doing. It was probably one of like the highs.
I run cross country, so just the whole feel of the team, like it's just fun with the cross country guys and defensive guys. Those are the two parts of high school I like the most.
What part of high school did you enjoy the least?
Getting ready for college now, where I have to make a decision of what I want to do with my life.
Freshman bio. Did not like freshman bio.
Well, there are some harder classes that I just don't like doing, and it's just an effort that I don't want to put into it. Especially this year, like harder classes, I don't want to be taking some of them, and so it's just annoying. But I just do them as I need to, and the rest of the time I don't think about them.
Was there anything that you learned over the course of high school?
No matter how bad the current circumstances in your life may seem, if you always look for the glimmer of hope that exists, you'll be moving towards a brighter future rather than going down the same dark future.
I think I kind of learned to like open up more and like, be more comfortable around people. Like the fact that I'm able to like do an interview right now would probably be a big accomplishment for me back then.
Learn time management skills a lot better. If you don't manage your time at least half decent, then you're not gonna do too well.
You don't know until you try. I signed up for 2 academies because I could, so I did, having no idea what I was gonna find. And I signed up for most of my classes the same way. I don't know if I like physics, but I have ended up taking 2 AP physics.
Do you have any tips for any upcoming freshmen for their high school career?
Do something, like either join a sport or join a club or something to meet people and make new friends. Like, don't just go to school, get on the bus and go home. Do something else inside the school.
Learn how to like manage your time efficiently. Like figure out what works for you, because not every like studying or learning method works for everyone. Like figure out what works for yourself.
Look at a map of the school before you get here and go to any like freshman dances, anything to meet people, do it. And don't worry about not knowing anyone. Nobody knows anyone. As long as you start talking to people, get out there, you're gonna do well.
You can't attempt to control everything that there is in your life, because some things will unfortunately be out of your control, and that's not anything anyone can ever change. You instead just want to let some things in life happen as they're meant to happen, and just go through life how you think the best way you can go through life is, and not trying to be a control freak about all those things that you can't know.
Take every opportunity. If you want to meet people, just go over there and talk to them. If there's a sport and you're like, wrestling, why would I want to wrestle? Just try it. You can always drop out. If you have the opportunity to do something, just take it, man.